So there is a man named E. Michael Jones who also has been researching the Great Conspiracy for quite some time. And the way he describes things in the videos I've seen is very factual, very straightforward, and he doesn't use the word conspiracy or describe it as a great conspiracy. But still people want to play stupid about it. I know for a fact that there's a Jewish-Black alliance. Not every black, not every Jew. I also know for a fact there's a Jewish-White alliance. Look at the history of neoconservatism in this country. And I also know that people are being drugged and sabotaged and persecuted in order to cover up this irrefutable fact. So I suggest you all check out E. Michael Jones and truly do your research and realize why he's right. And listen to how people attempt to just play it off as if, that's not how things work. It's because there's a lot of people with vested interest in maintaining the racket. Remember, in this country, they used to deny that the mafia existed, and they were doing MK Ultra on record for decades. He describes things as proxy wars, and when things get out of hand, they pull it, so to speak. And also, there's people investing the whole time as they're investing in destabilization and radicalization of the black community. So as I see this play out, to me, it's painfully obvious. There are days when I'm drugged and I have trouble articulating myself because they don't want this truth to come out. And I think that I've reached a point in my videos where it is impossible not to see that I'm right. I don't think that people who watch my videos could possibly come to the conclusion that, it's just some coincidence or some mistake. There is a massive conspiracy. They are trying to cheat me out of my rightful place. And the reason why I come off as more articulate and more well-spoken in videos such as this one is because I'm not as drugged right now as I am, on other days. Sometimes the drugs cause irritation and agitation, usually illogical thinking, slurred speech, etc. And of course, I have 15 witnesses to the PSYOP against me, and I have more than sufficient proof of them setting me up to go to the psych ward and that they have been prescribing me prescription drugs. It's interesting how you can have it completely right and have the heart and the courage to tell the truth about it, making you an upstanding citizen and somebody with high moral content and character, and the respectable moral well to apply it masterfully and righteously. So again, check out E. Michael Jones and listen to where his philosophy and mine overlap, and see why they can't come up with a logical counter argument. There's one guy from Connecticut who was debating him on Press TV. He said, this guy's come up with a massive conspiracy with grains of truth. He's made a whole Sahara, of exaggeration, right? And that's the best he can do, If the guy is wrong and he's exaggerating so terribly, how come the best you can do is oversimplify it and act like you know what you're talking about? He's like, well, law enforcement is responding. And how the fuck do you know what their motives are? You say they respond in a professional manner most of the time. Well, how do you know? Are you fucking there? See, these people who contradict people such as myself, their arguments are ridiculous. They speak on things they couldn't possibly know and ignore irrefutable evidence. We know that there's a history of police officers killing black people with impunity in this nation, and that's part of why they never stopped. For the same reason they never stopped doing the PSYOPs. They never stopped killing black people, and they never stopped running PSYOPs on them. You think they said, oh, we're going to keep killing blacks, and keep cracking down on black political dissidents, but we're not going to run PSYOPs anymore because that's too cruel. What do you think is going on?